Let's talk about healing, letting go of something you need to let go of. The first mistake that people make when it comes to healing, recovering, getting through, getting over, getting past something is they create mental barriers of the experience and of the potential of the experience. They say things like, easier said than done. I wish I was over it already. Um, I wish I could just go back to a time when I wish I would have never met this person. They victimize themselves and they say things like, why does this always happen to me? The very first step in healing is to understand that this is a mental process. If you are fighting yourself, if you are beating yourself up, if you are terrorizing yourself, you will indeed lose this process. You don't need to be your own enemy. Therefore, you don't need to tell yourself what you cannot do. You don't need to tell yourself that you can't heal. You don't need to tell yourself that healing is taking too long. You don't need to tell yourself that you can't get over something. You don't need to tell yourself what you're not capable of. Because every thought has energy. Every thought has a vibration that impacts your life, that creates a way of life inside of your life. So the first steps of healing is to understand the power of your thoughts. Now, if you are in a hurt place, a jaded place, a defensive place, a scared place, it's fair to say that your mental may be aggressive, may be defensive, may be in attack mode. You may say things that aren't the absolute best, and that's okay. It's not about right now abolishing the entire mindset that you've had. What it is it's about the awareness. It's about realizing. It's about understanding that, hey, the first step of my quest of healing is self-talk, self-thoughts. What am I saying to myself? What am I thinking to myself? Once you understand that that is the first part of healing, then everything else becomes much easier. This is your time to introspect with yourself. Are you putting yourself down? Are you calling yourself names? Are you telling yourself what you can't do? Are you marginalizing your efforts and boxing them into, what's not good enough? Because all of these things are going to prevent you from healing. What you want to do is say daily affirmations to yourself that sound something like this. And if you want to say them along with me aloud, feel free to. I'll repeat them a few times. I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. Everything is all right. Everything is all right. Everything is all right. Everything is all right. I am in the process of healing. 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 I'm right where I'm supposed to be. 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 So when you say daily affirmations to yourself like that, what you do is you manifest that. You create that. You're now creating a mood and where you can feel yourself healing. You feel happier. You feel more motivated. You feel not that you're naive because you're accepting that, hey, I am going through something. So we're not being blind to the pain or blind to the situation, but we're not gonna give it life. We're not gonna give it the power it needs. If the pain in your life is a fire that's occurring in the jungle, in the forest, there's two ways to abolish it. You either dump water on it. I'm sorry, let me say that again. If the pain in your life is a fire in the forest, there's one of two things that can happen. You either dump water on it, and that puts the fire out, or you wait for a gust of wind to push the fire and spread. So it's about finding the right substance, your wind or your water. Do you want to continue the pain and push it and spread it, or do you want to abolish it? I can't speak for you, but if I'm speaking for me, I'd rather get the water. I'd rather put the water on my fire and just put it out. Whatever has been burnt, but I don't have to burn the entire jungle, the entire forest. So step one of healing is to always talk positively. Think positively as possible. And the reason that you do this is so you can create and manifest the new vibrations that are going to feel better. If you're feeling sad and upset all the time and I tell you, oh, just think positive, that's not going to work. It's not practical. I've been there. But if I tell you this, you have 80,000 thoughts a day. No matter how sad, no matter how upset, no matter how hurt you are, it's impossible for 80,000 thoughts to be sad, to be upset, to be gloomy, to be dark. It's impossible. You have 80,000 thoughts. Some conscious, some occur in your subconscious. So what you want to do is you want to manifest the positive thoughts as much as you can. You want to manifest the healing thoughts as much as you can. So then that way, instead of them, let's say, being 10,000 thoughts of your 80,000, they eventually become 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000. But see, the healing is not a button. It's a process. You have to do this every day. Now, don't think that that's a hard task when I say that you have to do it every day, because you really only have the now. So technically, you only have to do it today. So when you wake up tomorrow, that's your today. So you focus on the today and you say, hey, I'm going to heal. I'm going to be okay. I'm getting through this. I'm working through this. You never ignore the pain. I will never tell you to ignore the pain. It's there. We know it's there. Don't blow the wind on it. Put the water on it. Tell yourself the positive affirmations. Tell yourself the positive things. Look at the positive. Because you're in a situation, and the only thing that you can truly control about your situation is your situation and how you look at the situation. And in some cases, you may not be able to change the situation at that moment. So it's vital that you accept and understand that how you look, aka your perspective, at everything is the most important thing. Because how you look at it may be what's going to save you, what's going to eject you, what's going to move you, what's going to transform you, what's going to shift you to the next level, away from that pain or that problem or that issue or that situation. So now let's talk about the actual ejection. Ejecting yourself. You know, in Hollywood, if you watch a movie and let's say it's a war movie, a fighter pilot movie or something. You know, if a plane gets shot, And the pilot has the ability to, eject himself. He does. He ejects himself, flies up into the air, parachute comes out, and he falls to the ground. And this is your life. If you're at this point where you're hurting so bad, you have to figure out how to eject yourself from situations, from certain ideas, from maybe certain gatherings, certain people. Maybe it's your job. Maybe it's self-inflicted. Maybe you're causing this suffering yourself. The pilot hits the eject button because he cares about self-preservation. Every human has instinctive self-preservation characteristics inside of them. He absolutely cares about the fighter jet that he trained in, that he became a pilot with. But that is nothing but a vehicle, and vehicles can be replaced. Always remember that. You, as the pilot, right? This is your life, so you are the pilot. You are not always replaceable. In fact, you are not replaceable because you are the only you. So it's vital that you hit the eject button, shoot yourself up into the air, pull out the parachute, and slowly, slowly, slowly allow yourself to fall back down to earth. And once you hit earth, then that's when you can truly heal, because you've let go of the vehicle that was burning, that was busted, that was about to blow up, that was leaking gas and leaking fluids that were poisoning you and burning you. But the healing does not occur until you decide to hit the eject button. You have to decide that enough is enough and you're ready for a change. It's all up to you. Take control. Hit eject.